All right, I'm talking with Jake Smith, who got a last minute competition lined up just a few days ago during the middle of everything that's going on in the country with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Jake, what's up? How are you?
Good, man. Just doing what everyone else is doing, just trying to survive this, I guess, pandemic. You know.
Yeah, it's a rough time for everybody. So, I mean, I would imagine on 4 days' notice, I mean, everybody quarantined, stuck at home. Nobody's thinking about weight or, you're doing what you can, obviously, to stay in shape, especially you, someone like you that's a professional fighter. But I mean, it's good timing because you need something to do, right? But bad timing because of the way you have to prepare. Am I right? Or
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at it is, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm not really looking at it. I don't know. I just, I'm doing what I'm doing because, like, in the back of my head, like, I know eventually I'm gonna fight again, like whenever this is over with. So I'm trying to do like any type of workout I can just to kind of stay in shape, and then Uncle Chell gives you a call and he asks for a favor, and Chell's a guy where normally you're calling him for the favor. So when he taps you on the shoulder and needs a favor, you just show up and do what you can.
yeah, no, I figured that was kind of the case. I mean, given like whatever whoever he had booked probably couldn't get there with all the travel restrictions and stuff. So why not tap your teammates, the guys that you train with or train around and see if they can get to wherever you guys are going to be at. Um, it's crazy though. Like I mean, obviously I follow your social a lot, listen to your podcast and everything. So I know you haven't really been like counting calories or anything like that. You just literally before you did this, I saw you put a picture of Twinkies and stuff up, and you're a fan of the baked goods. So
Yeah.
has it? Are you? Do you know like weight class opponent? What do you know?
Well, like, so I mean, yeah, like everyone's asking me like, "Oh, what are you gonna weigh?" I'm just like, "Well, I guess tune in Sunday and you'll see." Because I don't. I mean, it's not embarrassing, but this is the reality of it. Like, I'm not a small dude. Like, I
Hmm.
fight at 155 pounds, but I promise you, I'm 155 pounds for literally maybe 3 days out of the year, if
Mm.
I'm lucky. Which I haven't been. So, you know, it's to me, I think it's gonna shed a light on what a lot of fighters really are like during the off season, or when their natural weight is. It's not.
Hmm.
Yeah, I posted the pictures of the Twinkies and whatever. I didn't eat those, but
A
yeah,
lot of them
like,
though. There was a lot of them in
yeah,
that picture.
I was surprised. I walk in because I'm still working. I work at a paint shop, and
Mm.
right now it's considered an essential business because of construction and housework and yada yada.
Right.
So I'm fortunate enough I can still kind of work. And my boss, he's been on like a hostess, like coffee cakes and Twinkie binge. So he
Ah.
brought in all the snacks. So I was like, oh, of course, this would happen right before I got to compete. So it's
So
fun.
I'm looking at my notes here, what I have on it. So I mean, last time we talked was when you fought at Bellator 226. I mean, that was your first fight back after sitting out, recovering from injury and stuff like that. And I know
Yeah.
things didn't really go your way, but obviously, popular quote that I think I tweeted it to you after the fight. I was like, first one back doesn't count. I actually got that from Chael. So
Mm.
getting back in action is something that it was obviously important to you. So I mean, of course, you're going to say yes to something, no, even if it was like, if he called you on Saturday, right? I would imagine you wanted to get
Oh
back in
yeah,
there as soon as possible.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Like, to me, like, it. I like to compete, right? Like, that's why I'm an athlete. I'm a. So for me to be able to do something and compete is, especially in a time like this where no one is able to do anything, I'm gonna jump all over that. Bunch of guys, a lot of guys would love to have this opportunity.
Hmm.
So that's what this is. Just another opportunity to get some more eyeballs on me. With everything going on and Bellator shutting shows down, and you know this is the only sporting event really happening in the world. So why not, see if I can, snag a few fans, or I guess more people to hate me, whatever, either or.
Yeah, as long as they're watching, right? I mean, it's better for you either
Yeah,
way. Um,
exactly.
I know we didn't really talk because we were talking about MMA, but this is more like a sub only grappling. If for folks that haven't followed Submission Underground, their 12th event. What is your grappling background? Are you like black belt, purple belt? What's your rank in jiu-jitsu, or do you have a rank?
Well, I am all the belts. I believe it's called Rainbow. So I will be now. I mean, I guess technically, I guess I'm like a purple or
Hmm.
a high blue, because you got to train. You got to train. The way my professor is, you got to train in the gi in order to get
Right.
your. Well, I fight. I don't fight in a gi,
Hmm.
so I don't gi. So
Mm.
that's why I'm where I'm at. But I roll with the who's who.
Yeah.
Brent. I roll time at the gym. I don't do well against him. He kills me every time. But I roll with black belts like Brent. Chris Sunshine. He's great. He's also going to be competing.
I
So
saw
look out for
that.
him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. Going back and forth at each other because he thinks he's I don't know, cooler than me because he accepted on like a half day shorter than me. But the funny part is the person that I was talking to told me they asked him first. So you know, so,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a little fuckery there, but that's okay. Uh,
Yeah.
whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah, well, you have a strong wrestling background, though, right? I mean, that's usually
Yeah,
that kind of levels out, no matter what the grappling jiu-jitsu level. As a jiu-jitsu guy, I've gone with many a wrestler, and even if I've just survived, that was kind of good enough for me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So if you're coming in with high athleticism, which as a pro fighter you likely are, I mean, you're never really out of shape. But as far as staying in shape with the quarantine and the short notice, what have you been doing, like solo wise, as far with the gyms being closed and stuff like that, like sprints? What are you doing to stay in shape?
Honestly, all I can do is lift weights right now.
Mm.
That's all I've been doing is lifting. I have that my hip issue still. So
Mm.
running is out of the question. I can't
Oh
run.
yeah.
Like that's just something I can't do. Like I tried doing, like, the last time I tried running was right before the Piccolotti fight, and that jacked me up for a few days. So so right now all I'm doing is lifting. So I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna be looking pretty thick when I walk in. Um, but the guy that I'm going against, I think he's around. He's a bit bigger than me, or that's what they told me. He's about 20 pounds on me.
Okay.
So hopefully, I got some strength, and that'll work in my advantage. But yeah, I wrestled
Hmm.
all through middle school, high school. So I'll be all right. It's fucking jujitsu, man. Like, who cares? Like, oh no, I'm a fighter. Like, that's what I do, right? I fight people, and jujitsu is a part of it. So to me, this is just kind of it's a thing to do to compete. Just kind of keep those competitive juices flowing,
Yeah.
and also keep some eyes on me. So I know, like, there are jujitsu guys out there who like to think this is like a fight.
Mm.
News for you, it's not a fight. It's a cuddling match, and I plan to be the better cuddler, and hopefully that goes my way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I'm a jujitsu guy now, but I wasn't always. I mean, I'm older too, so it's easier for me. But I agree with you 100%. My instructor would too. The other thing is that I wanted to ask you. I saw that you said you talking about the difference between a grappling match and actually fighting. You tried to get this to be a combat jujitsu, so you tried to get some hitting in there. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I figured. I was like, hey, you know what? It would be like, because again, there's no other events going on, and me being the only one who might have a combat jujitsu match would be awesome on the card.
Mm.
So I asked, and they quickly said no. They said, like, they're I don't know if I can give the reasoning why they said no. I guess, I guess it's not really a secret. It's because it's the whole athletic commission. They're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
keep everything on. So they're like, nah, we wish, but we don't want the athletic commission coming after us and yada yada. So it's like I understand.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. I mean, I figured as much. It had to do with any adjustment to the rule set. You'd have to involve more people, and obviously, with the limits on involving people. I mean, I saw Chael was talking about it when he was on the Matt Sarah's podcast with like the number of people that are going to be actually around the event. Per match and like getting people in and out of the area and stuff like that. So. I'm surprised that he's still trying so hard to make it happen. I'm looking forward to because I really like Submission Underground. I think the timing is great and the pacing is great. The one thing is as far as you and you said you know the weight of your opponent, but you don't really know who it is yet, like specifically, or are you not allowed to say?
His name is I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's George Martinez, but it's spelled different. It's not spelled like a normal George. So it's either George or Gorge, G-O-R-E. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he I believe he owns a Jiu Jitsu gym out of Oregon, out of Pendleton, Oregon. So he's also competed on SUG before. He's done a tag team match before. So this isn't his first rodeo, but yeah. I don't know anything about him. I'm sure he's a cool dude, but I'm just gonna grab him and hold him until he says to stop cuddling me.
Do you have a preferred submission that you like when you do go for him?
I'm gonna go for a flying triangle. That's
right.
yeah.
All right. I mean, hey, whatever works, man. I mean, you got to make it entertaining, I guess. So
hey,
I mean,
man, listen. This is what I know. I know it's a 5-minute match, right? I can do anything for 5 minutes. So I'm going to try. Like, I've been watching a lot of this, like, Dark Side of the Ring and all this WWE stuff. And, like, people are flying across the ring. I don't know. I might just, like, try to bounce off the cage and, like, splash onto him or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, I got 5 minutes to make it exciting. I'm going to try to do my damnedest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? If you're a competitor, you gotta, like you said, you gotta keep the competitive juices flowing. That was crazy, by the way. I actually watched that too when you mentioned it. What was that, Monday or Tuesday when they showed the Crispin Wall one? That's some crazy stuff, man. But did you guys talk about it on your podcast? I didn't listen to this week's.
Yeah, we talked about. I haven't watched the Crispin Wall thing yet. Like,
okay.
Because I know that's going to be amazing. Because I kind of already have like a backstory of what happened. So I'm taking my time. I'm going through season 1 because I just discovered this, and I guess it's been around for a little bit. So I'm only on like the 3rd or 4th episode of season 1. So I'm waiting to get to the the big show.
One question about your hip. You were mentioning. I know that was what kept you out for a little while. You seem like you moved pretty well in your last fight. I mean, was it hurting after 226 or like how did you feel afterward?
I'm gonna be honest. It's hurting always. It is what it is. And it's just one of those things I'm just gonna have to deal with. Like, I can do certain things. My mobility is a little bit better, but yeah, it's just something like it. It had no impact on the fight itself or anything like that. It's just certain things I had the pleasure and luxury of doing before. I just can't now, and I just have to train accordingly and adapt. That's it. So I'm doing everything I can, and just trying to evolve. I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm not going to let it be an excuse. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely something that it's really something that you, Gracie Portland. I know you switched it from ATT Portland to that. Yeah. So I'm sorry I keep messing up the name, but you and Chris seem to have the one thing you guys definitely got in common is a high threshold for pain, because I know he messed up his leg in his last fight, and you guys, I mean, you couldn't tell by watching the fight. So definitely cut from a different cloth out there. So good luck to you on Sunday. It's at 3:00 your time, so that's 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yes,
Submission Underground 12 on Fight Pass. Really quick, if you want to plug your podcast and any of your sponsors, hopefully they gave you some stuff to wear for Sunday on short notice. Go ahead.
I haven't hit anyone up about it. I don't even know what I'm wearing, but yeah, check out my podcast, The Writer and the Fighter. I say a lot of stupid shit on there, and some people like it. A lot of people don't. Hopefully you do. I do have one sponsor I got to get a shout out to is OMG Mills. They are still functioning, still working, still getting us out our meals and keeping a little bit of this winter coat down a bit. So I mean, I'm not doing my best at helping, but they're sure damn trying to get me to lose some weight.
All right, man. I mean, it's rough to lose weight with everything going on. I'm up 5 pounds myself, and I've been trying to keep moving by myself too. So we're all in it together, man. But I'll definitely be tuning in Sunday. Good luck to you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.